Hi everyone. Okay, let's go over the exercises assigned to you from Chapter 7. So Chapter 7.1, number 1, 5, 7, 13, and 15 were assigned. So number 1, how much interest was paid on a $1,500 loan for 7 months at an annual interest rate of 4.5%? So again, I equals PRT. Think of that triangle. So your your principal is 1,500. Your rate is 4.5%, which is 0.045. And the term is 7 months. So remember, we're doing it for a year. So 7 divided by 12. Calculate that out, and your interest paid is $39.38. 5. The interest paid at the end of the term of a $9,125 loan. So there's your principal. At a 0.8%, so that's less than 1% per month, was $511. Calculate the term of the loan. Okay, so the term of the loan would be T equals I divided by PR. So $511 was the interest. The principal we know was $9,125, and we know the rate is 0.8%, so that would be 0.008. Calculate that out, and it works out to 7 months. Number 7, what annual rate of interest was earned if a $15,000 investment for 5 months earned $546.88 in interest? So again, we want to use our I equals PRT or the variation of that. So we're trying to figure out the rate. So rate equals I divided by PT. So your interest is $546.88. Your principal was $15,000 and your term was 5 divided by 12. That calculated out works out to 8.75% per year. Number 13, a 5-month term deposit of $10,000. So there is your principal, and your term is 5 months, so 5 over 12. And we know it earned $175 in interest. So we need to figure out the rate. So 175 divided by 10,000, multiply the 10,000 by 5/12, and that works out to 4.2%. Number 15, Morgan loaned $3,100 to Rolf at a simple interest rate of 0.65% per month. Okay. What was the term of the loan if the total interest came to $221.65? So we want to figure out the term. So T equals I divided by PR. So $221.65 divided by 3,100. Then in brackets for your rate, it's less than 1%. So it's 0.0065 per month. And that works out to 11 months. Okay, let's move on to the exercises from chapter 7.2. Okay, so here in this part of the chapter, we were looking at figuring out the number of days, figuring out the term, and that could be based on dates. And we were looking at using the table 7.2 or your Texas Instruments and using the date function, which is you hit the second key and then down below, I can't remember what number it's under, but it says date. Okay, so number 1, a $3,800 loan at 7.5% was advanced on or given on June 17th, 2022. So remember, the one thing you need to look at here is figuring out for sure whether or not it's a leap year, okay? And if it is a leap year, remember, if it doesn't involve February, it's not added to the top part, but it does have to be added to the bottom part. Okay, numerator versus denominator. How much interest was due when the loan was repaid on October 1st, 2022? And 2022 is not a leap year. Okay, so the number of days, we have October 1st, 2022 minus June 17th, 2022. Okay, so if you look at the chart, October 1st is your 274, June 17th is your 168. That equals 106 days. And then we want to figure out the interest. So interest is I equals PRT. So we've got the principal of $3,800, your interest rate of 0.075, and then the term is 106 divided by 365, and that gives you total interest of $82.77. And remember, if they're asking the whole amount, what's the total amount that's due, that's when you'd add in the principal amount as well. So it would be the $82.77 plus the $3,800. But in this one, it's just asking you what interest amount is due. Okay. So question 3. An $85,000 investment earned 3.9% rate of simple interest from December 1st to May 30th. How much interest was earned? Okay, so here it's a little bit different because you're going over the year. Okay, so we need to figure out how many days there are in December and count December, because it's December 1st, 2019. So from December 1st to December 31st, how many days? And then from January 1st to May 30th, how many days? Okay, so it does work out to 181 days. Make sure you can figure out how to do that, okay? So try it on your chart. You just have to figure it out in 2 different lump sums and then add them together. So then once we have the number of days, we again want the interest earned. So I equals PRT. So your 85,000, multiply that by your rate, which is 3.9% or 0.039. And then 181 divided by 365. So the interest that was earned is $16.43.88. 7. If $40.52 interest accrued or accumulated on a $1,000 guaranteed investment certificate, the GIC, from January 15th, 2023 to July 7th, 2023, what rate of simple interest did the GIC earn? So that's where you go from July 7th, subtract off the number of days that January 15th represents. So January 15th, that's 15 days. July 7th is the 188th day of the year. So 188 minus 15 gives you 173. So that gives you your term. The interest rate earned, R equals I divided by PT. So the interest is $40.52 divided by your principal, which is 1,000. The term is 173 divided by 65. Multiply that by 100% because otherwise it would come out as a decimal. So you need to multiply it by the 100% to get it as a percentage. And that gives you 8.55% is your rate of interest. Okay, so number 9, on June 26th, Laura put $2,750 into a term deposit until September 3rd. So there's your date range from June 26th to September 3rd. So go to your chart, figure out what date September 3rd is or how many days. It's 246. June 26th of the same year because it's under a year. 177, that gives you 69 days. And then we want to figure out for the term deposit in the 60 to 89 date range, which that is, Her credit union pays an interest rate of 3%, so there's our rate. How much interest will she earn on the term deposit? So I equals PRT, 2750 multiplied by your 3% or 0.03 multiplied by the term, which is 69 divided by 365, gives you interest of $15.60. Okay, so I will stop this one here and I will create a new video for problems from chapter 7.3 and 7.4. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, everyone.